Hey everybody, it's Rob Shearer, the host of Fostering Change and the founder of Comfort Cases. And by the way, I really hope that you like this episode. Do me a big favor, like it, follow us, subscribe, and also comment. Let me know. And if you know someone out there that you think would be a great guest for Fostering Change, reach out to us because we're always listening and wanting to hear great stories. Take care, everybody.
Well, for those of you who know, the month of October is one of my favorite months. It's so hard to believe we are already kicking off season 6. What some amazing episodes that we've already had. I love the first episode where we surprised you with our co-host. I cannot thank Rita enough for doing that with me. But I'm really excited about my co-host for today. October is my birthday month. So anybody that's on Facebook and you want to do a fundraiser for Comfort Cases, I would love it. If you want to send me a gift, I need stuffies, blankets, and backpacks. Those are the 3 things that I'm asking for my birthday. But what I'm really excited about is our next 2 guests. When my husband and I started this organization 13 years ago, we knew the one thing that we wanted to do was to truly educate people about the fact that children in our foster care system deserve an education, just like we would give our kids. And so today we are so lucky to have 2 of our scholars that we have given scholarships to. But before that, I would like to invite my friend Jill Ross, who actually is also the president of our board. Welcome, Jill, to Fostering Change.
Well, I'm excited to be here, Rob. It's my first time, so I'm excited.
I'm excited to have you here. Now, Jill, the thing is before we start talking to Ashley and Parker, you actually spearhead our scholarship program. So, could you tell our listeners and viewers exactly how we do this, how we pick our scholars, what is our average, and then I would love for you to talk a little bit about the Hope Box before we start talking to Ashley and Parker.
Sure. So the scholarship program has been around for a number of years with Comfort Cases, but a couple of years ago we decided to expand it a little bit. So let me share a little bit about it. The scholarship program really includes 3 components. So it's a financial donation to the scholarship winners. It is a Hope Box, and we can talk more about that. And then it's also providing a scholarship winners a mentor, a friend, not to be a substitute for a caseworker, but just to give them a connection of somebody to talk to. And I've had the huge, huge, huge honor of working with Parker and Ashley over the last couple of years. So the scholarship program really includes those 3 components. And let me tell you a little bit about the Hope Box. So the Hope Box is like just a care package that scholarship winners get every month for 12 months. And it's got laundry detergent, food, snacks, socks, shampoo, Amazon gift card, and whatever else we can just throw in there every month to send to these wonderful young adults that are pursuing education. So it's really been a joy to put those Hope Boxes together and send a little bit of encouragement to the recipients, as well as the mentorship program doing that as well. And you asked about how do we select the recipients. So the scholarship program is a nationwide program. So we advertise on social media and with the social service agencies throughout the country to tell them about the program. And then we get applicants come in, somewhere between usually 25, 60 applicants apply. And then we use criteria to determine who we're going to interview. And then during the interview process, we look for character, grit, emotional need, financial need, academic interest, and just kind of overall, kind of like what they want to pursue. And the hard part, to be honest with you, is that everybody we interview is fantastic. They have huge, wonderful life stories, and they have so much grit. It's just really amazing. It's been amazing and eye-opening to me how determined these young people are to move forward. So it's just really been encouraging about these kids as
I
well.
love that. I absolutely love that. Let me tell you something. I love the Hope Box. I love the fact of having a mentor. I love the fact, as you said, we're not trying to replace the caseworker. We're just sitting, having someone there to support. What if one of the scholars wanted to do a trade school and not go to a traditional college? Is that any issue whatsoever?
Great question. So yeah, it doesn't have to be college. It can be any kind of secondary education after high school. So that's a really good point. And another criteria that we do have is we want the the applicant to have either aged out of foster care or to be currently in foster care.
Okay.
Another thing that we've learned is every state is different, right? So some applicants are still in like a secondary foster care program, even if they're 20 years old. It just depends on the state. So they either need to be in foster care or have aged out of foster care.
Got it. Got it. Well, with all of that great information, and by the way, for all of my listeners and viewers, you can actually help donate on the Hope Box. You can send Amazon gift cards and say that you want it for the Hope Box. You can send Oodles and Noodles or Tide Pods and say you want those to go into the Hope Box. And so you can actually donate to comfortcases.org, send it to our national center. It'll definitely get to Jill and her team. I was just in the center the other day, and she had a team of mighty volunteers that were all boxing and, cereal going in and stuff like that. But without further ado, Jill, let's introduce Ashley and Parker. So I'm going to let you both, each of you, I'd like to know the year that you got your scholarship. And then I think that Jill might have some questions. So Ashley, when did you receive your scholarship?
Hi, thank you for having me. I received mine in the year of 2022.
2022. Parker, what about you, my friend?
Hi, I received mine as well as 2022.
2022. Wow, it's been 2 years. And I love the fact that you're still part of the Comfort Cases family. Jill, I think that we have some questions for our scholars that I know our listeners and our viewers would love to hear.
Yeah, so again, I have had the honor of getting to know these two wonderful young adults over the last 2 years. So yeah, let's go back and forth and ask you guys some questions. So I guess first of all, like tell us a little bit about yourself. Parker, we'll start with you. Where are you in school and how have you used the scholarship money and what are you doing in terms of school?
So yeah, hi, my name is Parker Lopez. I am going into my junior year at Arizona State University at the Tempe campus. I major in creative writing with minors in Spanish and gender studies. So for me, I used the scholarship. I applied for the scholarship because of how the Arizona has specific financial like aids towards specific students in foster care. And unfortunately, I didn't meet a lot of those requirements for some of them. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to apply here and to apply for the scholarship. And as well, I noticed that um, Comfort Cases was working with an organization that I work with called First Start. And First Start is a nonprofit organization for high school students that have experienced foster care. And we actually get those backpacks that Comfort Cases makes at the program. And so I just noticed that correlation when I received the scholarship that I was always connected with Comfort Cases. Um, and so that's why I applied to that. And my mentors at that job told me to apply as well.
First of all, I love Leslie, by the way, at where you're the other organization, and they're an amazing organization. And I love the connection that we have. That is so. And by the way, congratulations on your majors. When you actually got the phone call that you actually got the scholarship, how did it feel?
Oh, I was very like shocked. I think it was a lot because I remember I wasn't getting like any scholarships or I wasn't really receiving any money at the time and I was getting very worried about going to college without any financial aid. So when I got the call and I got like accepted, I remember just like a huge like relief off my chest. It's like, okay, this is a start. Like it really like motivated me and like to be like, okay, I can do like college. College is going to be a thing that's going to be a possibility for me.
And you can do it because I believe in you.
Thank you.
Ashley, what about you?
Hi. You want me to just start about talking about where I go to school?
Yeah.
I go to East Stroudsburg University over in Pennsylvania. My major is psychology with a concentration in counseling, and also a certification in crisis intervention. I first heard about the scholarship when I was at the packing party that past July beforehand. And when I got to meet Rob and talk to him and, encouraged me to apply and told me about, what they kind of offer. And I was, same as Parker, I was waiting for the answer. I was nervous. I've never applied to a scholarship. I never knew that I would have the opportunity to actually win one. I always thought, that I wouldn't win anything if I ever tried. So I never like applied myself. So it felt really good to get that message to hop on the Zoom. I didn't know that was going to be you guys telling me, that I was one of the winners. So it felt really nice. And it came at a time where I lost my aide that year. Because when you go through certain things and you don't go to class and things kind of happen, you kind of get yourself in a position where you can lose your aid. And that's what happened to me. I was going through something really traumatic and I lost all my aid that year. So that scholarship really came in handy. It was the only reason how I was able to actually dorm at college that year, or else I wouldn't have had anywhere to go, because that's the year I aged out of foster care. So it came at a really needy time for me, and it provided me a lot of comfort. Those hope boxes were the only thing that year that gave me hope. I went through something else really traumatic, and those hope boxes were the only thing that I looked forward to every single month. So it really, encouraged me to just hang on there and know that, people are there for you and care for you.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
great. Oh, so I was gonna ask you, Buzz. So, and actually, we could still stay with you. What do you guys hope to do? Like, with your majors that you guys are majoring in, and what do you hope to do in the future?
I have a lot that I want to do. I feel like sometimes I'm all over the place. I always said I wanted to have like my own therapy business tailored towards foster care. But I want to work in the advocacy world. I had the opportunity to go to the White House 2 months ago, and being in there really made me know that I want to work somehow just in policy and just use my story to like encourage others in any way that it can be. I'm a crisis worker, so that's what I do right now, and I help people in need, and that's kind of what I always knew I wanted to do, and I want to continue that for the rest of my life and somehow just make my mark on the foster care world.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. And by the way, I follow you on social media. So I knew that you were at the White House. I was so proud to see you at the White House. And let me tell you something. I say this all the time. For those of us who have aged out of foster care like myself, it is up to each and every one of us to tell our story. And when we tell our story, it truly does make a difference. And both of you taking what you have gone through and what you've done and with your education now, Parker, I can see you, writing a book. I could see you writing, stories about, other kids who have experienced this and just, and here, Ashley, to know that, be because of some amazing humans that we have at Comfort Cases, it gave you that extra push. It makes my heart just absolutely smile. So, Jill, any other questions?
Well, yeah. So for Parker, I wanted to hear what you. Same question for you. What do you hope to do?
Yeah, so for me, I always wanted to be an advocate as well. I think that's why I work at First Star now. As I used to be a student there, so I came back in my college years to become a youth coach there, so a mentor for students. And I love and I very much appreciate like the students I get to work with and the staff I get to work with. And I think it really has inspired me to like look into even getting like a teaching degree. Um, Maybe in my master's to get a teaching degree so I can teach English, to still connect with my creative writing, but to also help them. And like it's very fulfilling to like be able to like give students an opportunity and outlet with writing and with English itself. So I think that is something that I've been very much thinking about going into my master's hopefully soon.
Wow. Wow. Well, listen, ladies, I'm going to tell you this. I could not be more proud. The fact is that, every single day I remind people I do not have a job, I have a purpose. And my purpose is to make sure that the future of tomorrow is better than it was today. And you two are the reason that that's happening. You two are the ones who are truly are leaders of tomorrow. I've said this so many times. People used to say to me when I was a little boy, "Oh, invest in that child and you invest in his future." It's not true. It's so not true because the truth is that, by investing into the two of you, you've actually invested in my future. You're investing in Jill's future because you two are our leaders of tomorrow, and I'm so, so happy and so lucky that we were able to give you this scholarship and still be able to give you the support that you need. Because as a father of five and my oldest is 23, I could not imagine him not needing his dad. And so, even though I'm not your dad and Jill is not your mom, I want you to know that we truly do love you. Jill, we're going to wrap this up. Listen up, everybody. You can apply for the scholarship. You need to just follow comfortcases.org when our scholarship opens up. Last year, we actually had 59, am I not mistaken, Jill? That
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
we just gave some scholarships out just recently at our backyard barbecue benefit. But you can also do things by writing letters, send us, things for our Hope Box because as long as these kids are in school, and I know they're young adults now, and I still call them kids, we're going to be there for them. We have actually created, thanks to Jill, a pathway program. So
Oh, yeah.
you can always go to our pathway program. We're looking at adding so many different things, helping people with financial resources, helping people with mentorships, even helping people with housing, because we know that the way that we make our future stronger is by investing in our kids. Listen up, everybody. I say it every year. It's the sixth season, might be my last season, but when I have amazing guests like this and a great co-host like my amazing friend Jill, it makes me want to continue. So I hope that you all have a beautiful October. And do not forget, it's Rob's birthday month. So send me some backpacks. I could truly use them. Have a great day, everybody.